Day 4 of the USA Pro Cycling Challenge, centering on Vail in Colorado. Stage 3, the time trial over 10 miles. A crucial day in this 6-day bike race, and Vail, Paul, was ready.
Going out very early on, Dave Zabriskie, the American national time trial champion, set the bar extremely high. He is on the comeback after a very nasty accident in the Tour de France, but he set the fastest time when he got to the finish line.
But you know, you could have been mistaken if this was a stage of the Tour de France. Dave Zabriskie was riding past an enormous number of people, passing Walter Pedranza there, the leader in the Nissan King of the Mountains competition. He was hunting for a good time, and when he got to the finish, he was setting the best time, 26 minutes and 46 seconds.
He waited for a while there. Andy Schleck looked as if he was trying quite hard out on the course. He's not reputed to be a very good individual time trialist, but because the race is uphill, he fancied his chances.
Yes, another test day for Andy. He lost over 5 minutes the previous day on the climb of Independence Pass. He perhaps wanted to prove this day he could ride a good time trial. It wasn't the best of time trials though, and it kept him off the leaderboard. It wasn't a big deal of improvement for Andy Schleck today.
No, but I think he was probably blown away by the size of the crowds here at the USA Pro Cycling Challenge. Then it was a rider that we hadn't talked very much about, Rafael Infantino, one of the riders from the EPME team from Colombia.
First saw him yesterday when he was first up the pass on Independence Pass, but this day he produced the time trial of his life. The silver medalist in the Colombian Championships had just shocked everybody with the best time of 25:51. It was left now to the stars of this year's Tour de France, including Tour de France winner Cadel Evans, to see if they could better the time of Infantino.
That was what it was all about. He looked pretty good at the bottom of the climb, Cadel Evans, but as he got towards the top, I think the journey that he took to get here to Colorado, Vail, South Australia and Melbourne, I have to say maybe left its traces on him.
Not even the kangaroos and the Australian fags that could force him into the best time. Cadel Evans finished, and he wasn't piercing the top 6 overall. But there were other riders on course who were visibly going very quick indeed, not least Christian van der Velde, Paul, I think did one of the time trials of his life.
He certainly did. Let's not forget that this guy finished in 4th place overall at the Tour de France, and he was looking very fast out on the course, and when he came up to the finishing line, he set a brand new best time.
Yes, 25 minutes and 48 seconds. That was a great ride. Now there is only a few riders left to challenge, and one of those riders, Levi Leipheimer, the erstwhile wearer of the yellow jersey, which he lost on the journey into Aspen yesterday.
Yes, he lost 45 seconds to TJ Van Gogh and the other riders in that breakaway, but he was going to use this 10-mile, 16-kilometer individual time trial to try and turn the tables around.
Leipheimer is parting the ways here, visibly climbing extremely well. This was a course which would suit him. As he raced up towards the finish, he could see the time done by Van der Velde. A lunge to the line, 58 hundredths of a second to the good. Leipheimer was best time, but he wasn't sure. Am I first or second, he said. Nobody could tell him at this moment in time.
But when they did finally tell him, he'd done a good enough time to get himself not only the victory of the stage, but the overall lead. A man who was sick overnight, Tommy Danielson, was given the OK to start by the team doctor of Garmin Cervelo, and he was looking to try and replace himself up at the top end of the overall standings. Hails from Boulder in Colorado, and his ambition was to try and win this bike race overall.
Tommy D hits the finishing line. It was a very good time, and it's kept him very much within the race itself, but it wasn't good enough to win the stage. The last man to go, TJ Van Gogh, 23 years of age, just 2 weeks ago, wearing the yellow jersey after his tremendous ride down into Aspen yesterday.
Yes, he's a very good individual time trialist. We saw that last year in the Criterium de Dauphiné when he matched himself off against riders like Alberto Contador, and just recently had a win in the stage of the time trial stage of the Tour of Utah. But he didn't really seem to be able to get his legs over the top of that gear, and he started to fade towards the top of the climb.
As he continued with the perspiration running up his face here, he knew every second literally was to count. And he knew that he had to reach that finishing line in 26 minutes, 21 seconds. He didn't do it. He would lose his yellow jersey to Levi Leipheimer. So Leipheimer out yesterday and back in yellow today. He'd just been told he had taken over the race lead again. Axel Merckx there congratulating him first. Yes, he's the son of Eddie. But a scene of dejection for TJ Van Garderen. He didn't want to concede the yellow jersey, but maybe he has conceded it, but he's still very much in the race. The overall situation now is Leipheimer leads this race by 11 seconds over Van der Velde. Still only 17 off Van Garderen, who started the day 16 to the good. He's now 17 to the bad. Tom Danielson in 4th place, and George Hincapie went down from 2nd to 5th. Infantina, who surprised us all, is now up into 6th place overall, Paul. Cadell Evans in 7th.
Well, Cadell Evans dropping down to 7th place, but watch out for Rory Sutherland, the Australian rider, up there in 10th place overall. But this race today has given us a brand new yellow jersey and is now looking quite firmly onto the shoulders of this man, Levi Leipheimer.
Great determination, and the stamina will out. Levi Leipheimer is back in yellow and continues the trend of this race. Every day we have a new leader. Vail turned it on stylishly today, and they got themselves a terrific time trial, and instead of closing this event down, it really has opened it up. So tomorrow it's Leipheimer in yellow.